What's up, guys? It's Eli from EliMusicGroup.com, and welcome back to our channel for another video. This week is part 2 of our mixing series, which I just realized that I never actually named. So I think I'm just going to call it Mix with Eli. In last week's video, we talked about our kick drum and our 808 and how exactly to get them to sit right in your mix. And today we're going to be taking a look at the rest of our drum kit as well as the drum bus processing. So if you have not seen that video, be sure to go ahead and check it out and make sure to subscribe to the channel to not miss any of the future uploads. The focus for this channel is to help you mix better and faster. And we have a whole lot planned out for you guys this year. So be sure to subscribe to the channel to not miss any future uploads. And quick little update on a little promise that I made in last week's video. We were actually able to get the artist to come in and record. Now, the session has not happened yet, but we do already have a date scheduled where he'll come in and drop some vocals for you guys, and we're going to get it all on camera. So be on the lookout for that. But enough talking, let's go ahead and jump into Pro Tools so we can take a look at what we did for our drum processing. Like I said, in last week's video, we talked about our 808 and our kick drum and how to get them to sit together in the mix. And today we're going to be taking a look at the rest of our drum kit as well as our drum bus processing. And for next week's video, we're going to be taking a look at the rest of the instruments. And following that, we're going to get the artist in here to drop the vocals for you guys. And you guys get to see it all on tape. All right, so let's move on and let's go ahead and start with the drum processing. All right, so the next track we have is our clap. Like I said last week, I have the virtual mix rack on all of the drum kit. And they're already grouped together, so I'm not going to be talking about that because the processing for that is going to be literally the same for every single drum processing. All right, so right now I am just going to go ahead and play the clap, and I'm going to bring it in, and let's see what it sounds like. All right, so that was a clap, and I just brought that in. Again, it just added a little bit of warmth to it, and that's about it. Now, the next plugin that we have for the clap is the CLA Mix Hub. You guys already know I love this plugin, and I use it on every single mix, and you guys are being witness to that right now. So let's take a listen to the clap before, and then we're going to bring it in. All right, so for this plugin, I'm actually doing quite a bit of processing, especially on the EQ. But overall, I'm doing a lot of processing using this plugin. And starting with our input, I have the mic at about 23.2, and I am using the 20 dB pad to make up the difference. And I am high passing at about 70 hertz. And moving on to the EQ, on the low frequencies, I am actually boosting at about 250 for about 3 decibels. And again, on the low mids as well, I'm boosting just about the same area and about 4 decibels as well. And on the high mids, I'm boosting about 1 decibels at 3K. So that's the processing on the EQ. And moving on to the compressor, I have a 3.8 to 1 ratio, and my threshold is about -1.6. And the release is relatively fast, but it's not on the fastest setting. And that's where I found the settings to be the best for this clap. Now, the reason why I'm boosting so much on the low mids for this clap is because I wanted to add some body to it because I felt like it was a little bit too thin. So that's why I'm boosting so much on the low mids on this clap. That's about it for the processing on the clap. Now, I do have it routed to a reverb. So let's go ahead and bring that in and see what difference it makes. All right, now the reverb is very subtle on this one. I did not want it to be drowning in reverb. I literally just wanted it there just to add a little bit more body to the clap. It's just there to make the clap sound a little bit bigger. So you can't really hear the reverb all that much. but that was the point. And so for this one, I am actually using a preset. I'm using the Verb Suite by Slate Digital. I'm using a preset. It's called Snare Space 1. And the only thing I think I did to this reverb, I'm not quite sure, is the decay. I just pushed it up just a little bit to make it a little bit longer. And that's about it. And the next plugin I have on this is the CLA Mix Hub. The only thing I'm using it for is just a high pass filter. So I'm just going to bring it in and let you guys hear what it does. Right, as you can hear, it helped the clap sounded a little bit bigger, and that is about it. The next track on our session is our snare, and on this one, I am actually doing no processing beside the virtual mix rack, which I'm not gonna talk about because it's not really anything new. You guys already heard this before, so let's go on. All right, and that's it for the snare. And I also have it going to the clap reverb. Moving on to the hi-hat, we have the CLA Mix Hub. With this one, I am doing some heavy processing. Starting with our filters, I am high passing at 286 hertz. And we are boosting about 3 decibels on the top and at about 11K. And also at 6K, we are boosting about 3 decibels as well. And at roughly about 700 hertz, we are cutting quite a lot. And as far as the compressor goes, we are being very aggressive with the compressor, but we're not getting a lot of gain reduction. We're getting roughly about 3 decibels of gain reduction, so it's not too bad. The reason why I'm actually compressing my hi-hat, being that it is a sample, is because that I actually played it. So there is quite a bit of a dynamic range there. So I am compressing it just so it can even out. All right, so let's play the hi-hat and then we're gonna bring in the CLA Mix Up and see what it does. All right, so that is what the CLA Mix Hub is doing to our hi-hat. And moving on, then the other tracks that I have on this session for the drum is a perk, and we have 2 open hats, which I am not doing anything to. So let's just play them so you guys can hear what they sound like. All right, so that is our snare through our perks. That's all that we are doing with that. Moving on to our drum bus, we are using the EV2 channel strip by Waves. And for the processing on that, on compression, we are doing a 2-to-1 ratio with a threshold at about 5.3. And the release is exactly where it was. We did not touch that. And it shows that the gate is activated, but we're not actually using the gate. So yeah, that's that. And on the EQ side, we are boosting about 2.1 at about 3.5K. And also on the low end, we are boosting about 2.1 at 50 hertz. And that is about it for the EV2. And let's see what that sounds like with the entire drum kit on. And then we're gonna bring it in. All right, so here we go. All right, So I'm basically using this plugin as a glue. I don't know about you guys, but as soon as I bring it in, I felt like the whole drum kit just kind of got tighter. So that is what we did with the EV2. And lastly, we have the J37 tape emulation by Waves. Now, before I actually landed on this one, I had tried the Slate Digital virtual tape machine, but I did not like what it did to the low end. So I ended up swapping it out for this one. And I love what this was doing to the low end. So we ended up going with that one. So let's play the drum kit again, and then we're going to bring it in and see what it does. All right. So I felt like it made the low end so much richer. Like, yeah, I was feeling the vibe before I turned it on, but once I turned it on, it just got so much better. And that's why we ended up going with this one over the virtual tape machine. That is it for the processing on our drum kit. Make sure to tune in next week where we're going to be talking about the processing that we are doing on the other instruments. That is it for this video. If you guys liked it, make sure to drop a like and comment down below to show your support to this channel. And if you're new, don't forget to hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification for more videos like this. I'll see you guys next time in the next video.